We left off at the funeral. I want to warn people that some of the images I'm going to show are disturbing and upsetting, and this is your opportunity to swipe. I also want to remind people that Brad Holder has not been charged in connection to the unaliving of Libby and Abby in Delphi, Indiana. According to the defense documents, they claim that Brad Holder attended the girl's funeral. They claim that when he was there, he wore a disguise. I believe that to be a pair of glasses they claim he normally did not wear. You can make assumptions off of why for yourself. They also bring up that 3 days after the girls were unalived, Brad had posted a meme on his Facebook. This is not the exact one, but they claim it was a meme, a Goodfellas meme, and it said something along the lines of, "Grateful to have friends that help you move bodies and never speak about it again." I want to remind you, this is 3 days after his son's girlfriend was murdered and found in the woods. Then I want to talk about this man in Georgia. A man in Georgia was snooping around on Brad's Facebook page days after the unaliving. He came across some disturbing images that he reported to law enforcement. One of the images that is not there anymore reportedly was of two girls on the forest floor. This is not the image. This is two girls on the forest floor that appeared in the image to be deceased. The girls also appeared to be staged, according to the defense, in a similar way that the girls were in Delphi. They also had sticks placed on top of them that were runes, if you would. Law enforcement has reports of this, but according to the defense, they were never handed these exact images. According to the defense, law enforcement, they don't have the images anymore. And the defense claims that they had to drive to Georgia to find these images for themselves. I don't know if they pulled them off a computer or what. There's a lot of images on Brad's Facebook page, a lot that I cannot show. There's weapons, there's a lot of bizarre things. One thing in particular that is very interesting that is noted in the defense documents is this. This appears to be an acrylic painting. As you can see, it appears to have been painted by Brad. Defense claims that there are Easter eggs in this painting, clues. The image that I had to block out is of a man with an injury that is similar to the girls at the crime scene. The Easter eggs, if you would, that the defense claims are in there is, you see the circle in the middle? They claim that is an F rune, similar to the rune that was left at the crime scene. There was an F rune, according to the defense, painted in one of the girls' bodily fluids on a tree at the crime scene. They also note the date that this painting is dated, February of 2018. That is the exact year after the girls had been unalive. There is also this asterisk. This was posted, I think, 50 days after the girls had been unalived, and the defense notes that this asterisk rune on his hand is similar to what was left at the crime scene. Then enter in his ex-wife, Amber. Amber had a lot to say to law enforcement at some point. She describes how Brad and his friend Patrick Westfall went into the woods in February of 2017. That's the month the girls were unalived. That Brad went into the woods with his friend to do a ritual, and she claims he came home very upset and nervous. She claims that Brad confided in her that his friends had committed the Delphi unalivings. She claims that he also was warning her to stay away from certain people that are listed in the defense documents. She claims that Brad told her not only did his friends do the Delphi crimes, but they also committed the Flora 4 crimes. Feel free to read about these horrific deaths of these young girls. I'm not here to convince you that Brad did anything. I just want to remind people that, again, it took law enforcement 5 years to acknowledge a misfiled report of Richard Allen admitting to being there that day on the bridge. Is it possible that they also missed other things? Also interesting to note that Brad was cleared as a suspect, according to law enforcement, March of 2017. That is a month after the girls were unalived. That's fairly quick, especially given the fact that a lot of these tips and information came in months, years after the crimes were committed. Was it too soon to clear him? What type of an investigation did they do into the men that are listed in the defense's documents?